Hello, I'm Regini Vaidyanathan. We begin this hour in Jamaica, where a BBC team has reached one of the worst affected parts of the country, which was practically destroyed by Hurricane Melissa. The main hospital is one of several buildings badly damaged in the town of Black River, not far from where the hurricane made landfall. Well, Jamaica's Prime Minister described the town as ground zero of the tragedy. Thousands of people in Black River remain without power. Officials say that they're struggling to get supplies to areas like those which are the hardest hit. Well, across the Caribbean, Hurricane Melissa has claimed at least 40 lives, 19 in Jamaica. The fear is that there could be more dead once remote areas are reached. Neda Tawfiq reports from Black River, where people are being forced to scavenge for food.
Black River is now in pieces. People's homes, livelihoods, prized possessions torn apart and reduced to piles of debris. Hurricane Melissa's ferocious 185-mile-per-hour winds didn't spare any part of town. Days on, Jamaicans here say they are in full survival mode after living through the most harrowing experience of their lives. As the commercial hub of St. Elizabeth Parish, dozens traveled from nearby villages to scavenge for goods.
The situation in Black River is absolutely desperate. No help has arrived so far, and so people have been picking through the rubble for any supplies that they can get their hands on to survive until meaningful aid comes in the next few days.
We don't have no access to no money, no light, no gas, no food, nothing we don't have. Jamaica wreck, we need help, help!
We need sheets, we need food, we need tents, we need medical supplies.
I lose everything we got to lose.
How have the last few days been here?
God, rough.
Further into town, we found Sharon Johnson trying to access her destroyed shop and contemplating her future.
It's hard to pick up these pieces. You know, you're gonna start all over.
Did you imagine when they talked about a Category 5 that this would happen?
No. I know we should take caution, and we did take caution, but we never know what's going to take place, or something going to take place like this. We never know.
Overhead, signs that the first wave of disaster relief may soon be on its way. While we were there, military arrived on the scene to control the crowds and support recovery operations. The town's hospital is severely damaged, losing its roof and power. Doctors have been working there since before the storm hit and are worried about the scale of the need.
It's a great loss here right now. Children are out there, probably need medical attention, and we are unable to provide such medical service to them at this moment.
Jamaicans with family in Black River will have seen the total devastation and will be wondering if their loved ones survived. With fears that the death toll could increase, those answers can't come soon enough. Neda Tawfiq, BBC News, Black River, Jamaica.
Well, the first flight carrying aid from the UK has now arrived in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa left parts of the island, as we've seen just then, in ruins. Well, the aid includes 3,000 emergency shelters and 1,500 solar-powered lanterns. Our Jamaica correspondent reports from Kingston.
The busiest place in Jamaica right now is Kingston's main airport. Teams of specialists from around the world flying in to help. Search and rescue, medics, recovery teams. Going out to communities still isolated and days away from help on the ground. Further up the peninsula, where this airport is actually located, is still under an evacuation order. But it's right here, right now, the aid, which is critical to help people in the most impacted area, the western side of the island, is being delivered. Right now, pallets of humanitarian aid are being unloaded. This flight with relief from the UK, part of a £7 million package to help the Caribbean nation. The United Kingdom High Commissioner to Jamaica is Alicia Herbert.
We are supplying kits, we're supplying shelter kits, we're supplying lanterns and other kind of basic needs, so relief items, as it were. We are deploying experts to work alongside the Jamaican government and other partners, and we're also working with organisations like the WFP and indeed the International Red Cross.
This kind of aid isn't just coming from the international community, but also from closer to home. Jamaicans are organising for themselves, with people dropping off essentials, care packages for those who need it most. At the airport, The other side of this disaster is also being played out, the repatriation of thousands of stranded tourists. The British government transporting UK citizens from resorts are now on their way home. For them, this is over, but for the nearly 3 million Jamaicans, it's just the start. Nick Davis, BBC News, Kingston, Jamaica.
Nick Davis in Kingston there with the latest as aid is starting to reach some areas where it's needed desperately after the hurricane.